So Andre, we're just here to talk to you about just your involvement in Silicon Valley and just some fun things about tech. And we're not going to go too far back, but I'm just curious, from early on, you had a chance, you're a free agent. Like what is it that brought you? I know basketball is part of it, but there's a lot of other elements. Like what really is kind of one of those hooks that got you out here?
Well, it's very rare that, as a basketball player, you can fulfill all your wants on and off the court as far as what you're looking for in a franchise, in an organization. And, most of the time you look for LA and you look for New York. And those are the two big markets that can attract a lot of the players. Very rare, or I don't know if ever at all, has a player decided to come to the Bay Area where there's been a lot of positive energy going on in the basketball court, an opportunity to try to win a championship and have the interest off the court, with Silicon Valley being right next door and all the things that are involved in the Bay Area. So it was just a perfect timing. It makes, you tell non-believers, like, is there's a higher being there that puts everything together, that aligns itself for you. And I feel like it's been a true blessing, and just trying to make the most of the moment.
So the next step is kind of like you're here, and I mean, you're kind of like the, it sounds silly, but the NBA ambassador and like technology. You've bridged these two worlds. When you're at games, I mean, I'm a season ticket holder. I know there's a lot of like Silicon Valley is watching the games right up close. Did you actually start some of your networking that way by like seeing them there, or how did you start inserting yourself? Because you're really the first person that really did this stuff.
Well, it was interesting. I saw a few sitting courtside as an opponent. You see all certain figures. It was like, wow, I was just reading about him earlier. And, my business partner and myself have been, trying to dab into the tech area a little bit before I got here. So, I would get the articles and was reading about certain figures and, who led in this sector and that sector. So I think it was I played for Denver Nuggets. I started seeing some people courtside. So from there, it's just getting here and trying to establish myself on the court. That's the most important part of this whole thing, for us to have success on our basketball court. So once we did that, just trying to make the rounds, trying to meet the right people, and fortunate enough to meet some people, good and bad. You meet the wrong people, but it teaches you a lesson. You meet the right people, and then you try to listen to their advice and take what they have to say close to heart, and work as hard as possible at that and try to build on it.
Now, I mean, because you are now in kind of the investment VC world, but you came from out of it. Do you look for different things when you're investing in companies, or what are types of things that you actually look for personally?
Me personally, what I've learned is where the company could be in 10 years. Could that company be able to have a massive growth or scale? Scale is the important word that my business partner and myself use. How can the company scale? We understand, it's kind of the same in fashion, where you start off in a niche market and you start, way up here, and you only make it for a select few, and you make everybody kind of want it and make it hard to get. But will you be able to take that company and, make it something that everyone can access and be a part of? In fashion, you kind of have sub-brands, and you take a perfect example would be Facebook, and Facebook was only for a select few individuals, and that would be the Harvard students, correct? And what they were able to do from there was just make it only available to college students. You had to have a college email, and it's kind of like everybody had to have it, and then you slowly start rolling it out to everybody, and boom, they're disrupting different outlets and different sectors all over the place. Now it's almost like they're a media company, or they're a marketing company, where everybody needs, you have to have Facebook in order to get your vision or get your product or get your whatever it is, your brand out there to the masses.
My mom and dad have a Facebook account.
Yeah.
There you go, right? When you talk about scale, right? It's like
right.
college, Harvard, mom and dad,
right.
Mom and pop, right on there. Like watching all those tasty food videos and stuff like that.
Yes, right. That's all I see.
You watch those, I can tell your eyes are like,
it's so funny because I'm rarely on Facebook, because most of my Facebook that's how I keep in contact with everybody I went to high school with, and family that I don't get to see as much. That's kind of how I keep in contact with them. But the whole timeline's full of tasty and things that were going back home, so it's kind of funny.
Do you got any guilty pleasures on Facebook? Like, just the videos that will just get you trapped in there?
The tasty ones pretty much they'll do it. Because I'll sit there and watch and be like, how did I get here? You know, it's kind of funny. The food's terrible as well. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I eat very clean. So there's a lot of things that I cut out, and everything I'm watching, I'm like, okay, that's bread, that's terrible. It's a lot of sugar, that's terrible. It's a lot of milk, that's terrible. Cream on top of that is terrible. And then you roll it up into a bunch of meat and some more cheese. It's like, there's no vegetables, but that looks delicious.
Yeah.
There's some interesting things that go on.
The cut wouldn't be there if you ate that stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
You wouldn't get that. Talking about, as we're talking about just technology and stuff, are there things like exciting tech for you or trends that you like right now, just you personally? Whether it's, wearables, AI, smart stuff, anything. What's kind of piquing your interest right now?
I think AI is really just starting to get some watering. It's as if it's just a plant and then it's trying to get watered and it's trying to grow and they're trying to figure it out. I've been to some interesting companies. I saw some some AI stuff. I saw some mixed reality. That was amazing down in Florida.
Is it the HoloLens stuff? Not the HoloLens. Magic Leap?
Magic Leap.
Oh.
Magic Leap was amazing.
Like, you've seen it in person.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
fine.
it. It's like going to play at the Augusta, play the Masters. Yeah. It's like you're not allowed to say you've been there. But
you can't say you've been to Augusta.
You can't say you've been to Augusta.
But I've read that you.
So I've never been there.
Oh, okay.
According to the rules.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But Magic Leap I saw some incredible things, and I met some great people there, and they want to do some things in sports. But I don't know how you even think of doing something like that. Like, you just and then the actual device is so small. The one that's going to come to market. It's almost like you have a pair of sunglasses on.
How about this? I know you're not giving it because they've shown a lot of demo videos online,
yes.
But maybe can you describe one of the experiences that you had? Like, did you put your hand out and something appeared on it, or like what?
It was so many things. Like, when you put your hand out, the character would come on your hand, and supposedly you could feel it. I felt something, but I could have swore it was something else happening. Like, your mind's playing tricks on you. But this little character could basically be your Siri. Go turn on the lights. You control everything from your smartphone, but this would be you control everything from your eyes. And even if you move your eyes, things will move with it, and you can shoot something, turn off the lights, turn up the heat, go turn off the oven, turn it on, preheat it. So it's a smart home.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could throw a 80-inch screen TV on the wall and see the TV.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you can homeschool your kids, but when they have their Magic Leap on, they could be in class with other kids and see the other kids, and then see the teacher, and the teacher can see them. And it's this disruption of life. You say tech is disruptive.
Yeah.
It has to be disruptive, and how can you make something more efficient? But this is incredible. I mean, you can change and impact lives all over the world, and it's bringing people closer together. Because what we learned from mobile phones is that it's taking away kind of the social aspect of everything, because you're just on your phone and you're not really interacting with people, but this could bring that back together.
I saw your eyes literally, like, as you were talking about mine.
There's just so many things. It's a Star Wars thing that I can't explain.
There's like a C-3PO type thing, R2-D2, right?
That is crazy.
They showed only literally there's like maybe 2 seconds of it online, but
that is crazy.
Okay.
And I'm not a Star Wars fan, but my mind, that was crazy. That was pretty cool. That might have been my favorite part.
Now, the NBA, very tech savvy, as a league. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but they've partnered with NextVR. They're showing some of their games in virtual reality. What is your take just about bringing virtual reality and the NBA together? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
A couple years ago at the Tech Summit, during All-Star break for the league, they kind of rolled that out, and I was there to see it. So, you could have season tickets. You could be a season ticket holder through NextVR. And it's as if you're sitting courtside and you can watch the game. I think you still want to have the social aspect of it, where you can interact with other people as well. So if someone's, a Golden State Warriors fans in Miami, and you have one in Vancouver, they can sit next to each other and they can interact. I think that would be really cool.
Right, yeah.
And then I think that's something like Magic League kind of is trying to figure that out as well. I'm sure other companies are too. So I think as long as you keep the social aspect of it and fans are enjoying the game, and it can be something really special.
Okay, I know that because I'm a fan. I'm a season ticket holder, whatever, right? I'm one of those guys. I know you don't really like the nickname Iggy that much, so I got a new nickname for you. You want me hear? You want to hear it?
No, I don't want to hear
No, for real, for real. Here we go. Okay, ready? Check this out, right? We know your initials are AI, whatever. Artificial intelligence is pretty hot, right?
Right.
I know you like nicknames that kind of speak to your game. What if we called AI Andre Intelligence?
Well, I don't know.
Let's think about it.
I wouldn't like it because it's kind of.
It's trying to compliment your
I understand it's trying to
game.
compliment, but I don't want to come off as arrogant. So I would never say that about
Well,
myself.
you can't do it. You can't be like, hey guys, I'm Andre Intelligence. You have to have someone like me be like, I got this hot new nickname, AI.
I think I would have to do something a little bit more impactful.
Wait, have you ever thought of it?
What was that movie called with Russell Crowe?
Gladiator?
No, he was a genius.
Oh shoot, with Jennifer Connelly?
Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind. Now, if I could somehow have an impact like that, well, the good stuff, not the bad stuff.
So are we saying here you would like your nickname to be Beautiful Mind?
That would be a good one, actually. That wouldn't be bad.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, as on the court. Yeah.
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 It speaks to your game, you know?
I hope so.
The beautiful part or the mind part? All of the above.
The mind part.
All right. Obviously you're super entrenched in the barrier culture. You got your golf game on. You're like, obviously.
Right.
You got your Silicon Valley. I mean, this is all things being equal. Whatever. This is the country. I mean, do you is the Bay Area? It feels like you're settled here. It feels like this is your home.
Yeah,
where are you with that? Because I know it's a business too. But.
It's definitely a business, and I'm good at keeping that in the right perspective. But at the same time, I gave up a little bit or a lot, whatever you want to say. I don't know if I would never say a lot because, it's perspective at the end of the day. And for me, I'm in a beautiful place. My family loves it here. We all enjoy it. So for me to just take it day by day and let it happen how it's supposed to happen. We're at we have an opportunity to try to make a run at another championship, and that's the plan. So, my focus is right there and not trying to think too far past that.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. I've been in the league a while. I've learned to be politically correct.
Exactly. It's like, youngin', you ain't gonna get me on this one.
Yeah.
Although I'm actually older than you won't believe that.
I wouldn't.
Do you have a guess of how old? Oh, I told you I'm older, but
You're older than me, so you're about 36.
Maybe. What if I told you I just turned 38 like yesterday? Black don't crack, Asian don't raisin.
Asian don't raisin.
You like that?
Asian don't raisin.
I came up with that. You can use that.
That would go
over
in people's head though. People wouldn't understand that.
You don't think so?
I get it though. Beautiful Mind again. I get it. I like that.
You can spit that one out and your friends be like,
so our masseuse is like, I don't know how old she is. She's like 60. But she looks like she's like 40.
Yeah, she's probably 60.
I don't know her. She won't tell us her real age. I hope she doesn't watch this.
You can tell her Asian don't raisin.
Asian don't raisin.
Like,
I'm gonna tell her. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Okay, a question we always ask when it comes to tech: are you an iPhone guy or an Android guy?
I got both.
So there you go. That's
yeah.
And why do you like? Tell us why you like maybe both. For what reasons?
Oh man, well iPhone. I've been using it for longer, so it's more user friendly to me. But the Android is, I feel like it's safer. Nobody can get in that phone. I don't care how hard they try.
What Android phone are you using right now? You don't have to show.
S7?
Oh yeah, okay. You're on the Galaxy tip.
S8 should be out, right?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming real soon. They just announced it.
Okay, yeah.
You saw what it looked like though? The S8?
I saw a little bit of it. Like, I'm not the type of person that'll just go get it as soon as it comes out. Like, I'll wait till I get all the kinks out. But I'm in the white glove program though.
Yeah, I know. I've heard about that.
So Samsung, they take care of me. I don't get paid for it, so.
People that don't know, get on that white glove tip, right? Get on the white glove tip if you can.
It's hard to get on it though.
Social media, honestly, you're the king of subtweets, let's be real.
Oh, yes.
People don't, can you explain to people what is a subtweet?
I do well on Twitter. So when I tweet something, it usually means the opposite of what you're reading, or it's usually a movie quote, or it's an inside joke. No one would get with about two people in the world. I just like having fun with it, because now I get a lot of responses and a lot of replies. Few people have gotten some of them though, they're pretty good. The movie ones are starting to understand. Like fans are starting to understand, okay, that's the movie from this one, and then taking it to this, and then this happened in the game. They're putting 2 and 2 together. They're getting smarter.
I got your bamboo and salt one.
Yeah, that was
Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle. That was Dave Chappelle.
When you guys went to the Hamptons to do the KD visit, you put out a subtweet that just said, "Nah, B." What was that one? What was actually that related to?
That didn't have nothing to do with KD. I done forgot what that had to do with.
Because everyone was freaking out because you were like.
Nah, I was mad. Like, I think I was in the airport. Something happened in the airport, and there's like this thing with black men sitting in first class.
You say it, yeah.
Right? When they say first class to board the plane, I always get the "Can I see your boarding pass?" You didn't ask for nobody else's boarding pass. So it had something to do with that, and somebody asked me a question, and I was in my head like, "No, B, like, just leave me alone. Like, I don't want to sign no autographs. I don't want to do nothing," because I was just so mad at it was probably the airline or something happened. So sometimes I do that. Like, if I have an interaction with somebody and they just don't understand what's going on at the moment, whatever I'm thinking, I'll just tweet it. But no, that like weird things like that. So that was that.
It was like perfect timing though, right? You guys had just got out of that
I didn't
meeting.
realize that. I wasn't thinking about that because I was on my way back home. And then I was flying somewhere else because I found out KD signed. I was on a plane.
You didn't know until you landed?
No, I had Wi-Fi on the plane. I'm sitting next to my wife, and I was like, "We got KD?" Like, that's how I found out. So, like, I was flying all over the place. So it was just a lot going on.
I mean, it was literally like perfectly timed.
Yeah,
Like, you're the only one in that meeting that had said anything. It was radio silent, right? Everyone, the world's whatever, NBA world is on pins and needles. It's like, nah, B.
Yeah.
See what you did with that subtweet?
Oh, you know what that could have been? I don't know. I forgot why I said nah, B. It had nothing to do with KD though.
Which leads me to, like, you said, you know, everyone's like freaking out about it. Like, with social media, I mean, obviously it's a powerful tool. It's also fun,
Right.
but also can get crazy. Like, come on, we know like fans, trolls, they can get really, really nasty on there. Do fans sometimes care about this stuff more than the players?
I shouldn't say to care more about the players, just that where you're channeling all your energy. Like, as a player, you know, we prepare ourselves to the best of our ability. And everything we do outside of the game of basketball is for the game of basketball. You know, so our lives are just wrapped up in this, like, you know, what I eat, how I sleep, how I train, you know, how I carry myself, how I dress. Everything that I do in life is basically revolved around trying to help myself be a better basketball player. I mean, you don't have too many guys like that, but a good amount. You know, not everybody, I should say, but a good amount. Our intention is to try to play the best we can and win every single game. Like, that's our life, you know. And then when fans, you know, sometimes a fan may go overboard, and it's like, you know, all my energy was just spent out here. I'm sorry, I don't have the same passion you have at this exact moment because I already left it on the court. So I think that's where it be misunderstood at times. It's like, it's not that we don't care, it's just that right now I don't care. I'm tired because I just spent my whole life just trying to figure it out there, and that's where it's at. You know, meet me on the court. That's where my passion is right now. You know, but there's only 400 guys that can have that passion at any given moment because that's how many guys are in the league.
All right, we want to play a little game with you to wrap things up. We're going to call it Would Andre Invest? Because we know you're an investor, you're a VC guy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out some of these. Some of these might be rejects. Some of these might be products that exist. First one is called the Bark Bath Portable Dog System. You can bathe your dog anywhere, anytime with virtually no mess. It's kind of like this steam cleaner. System is $109. It's for dog owners and dog lovers. Do you want to see what it looks like?
I'm not a pet fan. You see how I made that broad. Didn't say I didn't like dogs. Didn't say I didn't like cats. I'm not a fan of pets.
The thing is, the dogs barely get wet. It doesn't even get that messy.
But why would you take it anywhere?
I don't know why.
Like, you just take your dog out, I'm like, all right, take a bath right now.
Or like, how about this? You want to wash your dog in, like, maybe in the kitchen, in the living room, but if they don't have to jump in a tub, it doesn't get all bubbly. Do you want to see what this thing looks like?
I feel like it would still stay at home. What's the point of it being portable?
Well, there you go. That's why I'm asking you. You know, would Andre invest?
No, I would pass. It's only because I'm not really into pets.
Next up, this is a social media app. It catches moments as they happen that disappear after 24 hours. It has filters like silly add-ons that you can turn your face into a dog or a clown. Would you invest?
You know, I'll be honest. If I heard that, I probably wouldn't, because I just, you know, yeah, I would. Like, a lot of athletes have conversations.
Yeah, that's true.
And we just gonna text through this app and then it's gonna be gone after you read it. So I would understand that. I would invest in that right away.
Okay, here we go. Icon. This is the product's name, Icon. The world's first smart condom. It's a ring that fits over a condom to track exercise, thrusts, calories burned, average skin temperature. It can detect some STDs, $74 retail price. Would Andre invest?
I've already read about this.
Would Andre invest?
I had some really good, we had a really good conversation about this. So, could it be reused?
I think it can, because it's a ring that goes over the condom. It's not like a disposable thing.
I mean, I would invest. You would never run out of men.
Next one, we got 2 golf ones because you like your golf game. Not dirty, but the name of the product is called the Tittle. It's a golf swing analyzer. It mounts on your golf club, senses your swing without the ball, calculates carry distance, various attributes of your shot without actually making contact with the ball. You just put this like adapter on your club. Would Andre invest?
I would not invest. You got to continue to grow the game of golf first. I'm not optimistic in the golf equipment. Plus, I have all those gadgets, and I'm an avid golfer. Like, you have to be an avid golfer to buy these products, and there aren't too many of me.
Is Andre a basketball player or a golfer? Let's be real here.
I watch a lot of golf.
Watch and play.
Yeah.
Straight off the course. All right. Last thing. This is a fun game. It's called RP Golf, like RPG, like role-playing game. Think of it as a mix between Zelda and a golf game. So basically, like, I gotta pull this up to show you. Basically, like, you're playing a video game like it's a golf course, but while you're navigating this golf course, you'll come across dragons and monsters. Let's look at this.
Oh, wow. And you fight monsters. A lot going on. I wouldn't invest.
Because?
I feel like, most mobile games, the ones that are very attractive or addictive, is like when you can compete or play with other users. And I don't see how you can interact with anybody else with that game. It'd just be you and fighting dragons.
You get lost.
You get lost. Like the Nintendo feel, old Nintendo feel too, or Atari.
Yeah.
I played Atari not too long ago too. So no, I would not invest.
Okay, Andre, thanks so much for your time, bro.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. All right.